Donald Trump is supporting Bitcoin. MicroStrategy just acquired another $1.1 billion worth of Bitcoin. However, from a professional trading perspective, I need to tell you the Bitcoin is in a danger zone. In this video, we will be discussing the probabilities of Bitcoin absolutely crashing lower. We will be doing that with the help of technical, fundamental, sentiment and some on-chain exclusive data analysis. So make sure you are watching. Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Samo from MicroStrategy's and welcome back after a big summer break. Right now we are looking at weekly time frame on Bitcoin. Let's recapitulate our Elliott wave theory on this weekly time frame, which is ultra high time frame for us in MicroStrategy. So let's recapitulate the wave count. So from $17,000 we have started the impulsive A wave, then we had a correction B wave, nicely working with this orange line moving average, right? We started the most impulsive C wave that finished right here around $70,000, and right now for months already we are in this savage slow moving D wave, right? This is an absolute kill zone for all the crypto noobs, and that is why you need to be playing it very strategically here. So, are we bearish or bullish right here? Well, let's understand few things. We are in a D wave right here. Loads of crypto noobs are trying to buy the bottom. However, is this a smart idea to do? On a higher time frame, we are always with Paradise team trying to be buying at only the most significant support zones and selling at the most significant resistance zones, right? Right here, this is a no zone. There is absolutely no strong support right here, nor any demand. So the people that are catching the bottom right here at these prices might get lucky, right? You might be lucky and catch the bottom right here at this week and temporarily make some great cash. However, is this a great process? No, it is not, right? This is not a great process. You can get lucky, but in the long run, the market will take the money from you because you are just using a bad system. That is why with Paradise team we are being bearish right here. We are also below this moving average, and every trading decision you are doing right now, knowing that we are below weekly moving average 50, you should be doing with a bearish approach. Why? Because every trade you make right now, there is a higher probability for shorts than longs, right? So this is just a very basic approach when you understand this technical analysis that you should be taking. So on a higher time frame, we also closed the previous weekly candle right below our important resistance zone at $58,000. So this candle closed, previous week closed basically at around $55,000. So this is another bearish sign. And again, some people might catch the bottom right here, made a little bit of money, but this is a bad system. And in long run, if they would keep doing it like this, taking every trade with a lower probability, it will cost them loads of money, right? So right now we are bearish. We are using bearish strategies in our trading approach with Paradise Family VIPs, and we believe this is the smart thing to do because we are really waiting for the price of Bitcoin to hit some significant support demand zone until we start to shift our trading strategy approach towards bullish bias, right? So the important bullish demand zone is at $44,000. This is not only the Fibonacci retracement zone from this C wave cycle. How I calculated it very easily, I just taken the Fibonacci retracement zone, placed it to the previous bottom and put it to the local top right here, and I got this 0.618 Fibonacci retracement level, which is the most important one, the strongest one, and the price it gave me is around $44,000. So there is a high probability that the V wave, the D wave of Bitcoin will finish right here, and then we will start the E wave that will take us towards our ultra high time frame level at $93,000. So that would be the 5 moves of Elliott wave, right? A, B, C, D, E. So 5 moves, 5 impulsive moves, and then in an ultra hard time frame we will have some ABC correction. So right now we are approaching the market bearishly, just because understanding the weekly time frame, but we need more confirmations, right? We are day traders, so we need to understand the price action that is going on a daily basis. So let's zoom in. So right now we are looking on a daily time frame. If you are in our free Telegram channels, I have been updating you about this rising wedge pattern, which just recently hit our target right here. How we measured the target? Very easily. We have just placed the measurement tool from the bottom of the rising wedge pattern to the top, and we placed it to the breakout zone, and as you can see, it gave us $51,000. The price of Bitcoin got a great demand support from the zone around $52,000, and right now we are back at our major resistance. What is great to understand that if we zoom out right here, we can see that we are in a corrective ABC formation, right? This cannot be the C wave because it would finish higher than the A wave. That is why we think that the C wave is going to finish as well at $44,000. We are right now looking at the daily time frame. This is our medium time frame, and voila, it's also an important Fibonacci retracement level on a medium time frame, this $44,000. So we have few confluences here already. What is also decreasing the probabilities of this being the final bottom that will take us basically to the moon, right, to the $93,000 from here, is that this pump, this bullish price action right here was just corrective because it was moving in ABC corrective movement, right? That is why the main pattern is bearish, is the higher time frame D wave, right, as you already know, and the final C wave should consist of smaller 5 moves, right? So the probability count of the most probable price action should be like this. This is the finish of an A wave. Now we will have a B wave that cannot exceed this high right here, otherwise this Elliott wave count would be wrong and we would need to recalculate our perspective on this price action. So the B wave should finish right here at this resistance. Then we will start the C wave. This is going to be the most impulsive one. Pullback in the D wave. There probably is going to work the previous rising wedge target around $52,000, and then we will have the final impulsive E wave right here that will finish the D wave from the higher ultra high time frame Elliott wave count, and then we will be able to start the impulsive wave towards $93,000, right? So right now it all matters about how the daily, the candle closes, how the weekly closes. That will just add up or decrease the points from our bearish bias. So right now, as you can see, we are trading above moving average. So any aggressive bearish plays right here are not favorable. If you have a great strategy you can be using for a great risk to reward opportunity, this resistance zone right here, and then some kind of trade could look like stop loss around this level. You need to count with a volatility, right? So watch these wicks right here, place the stop loss right here, and then you can play the C wave, right? Or you can even increase it to the E wave, but it's important to be working with the trade professionally, moving the stop losses as the price is moving with you and breaking through some lower time frame support zones. But as you can see, this is a beautiful risk to reward approach right now that with a great strategy, diversification and money management, every professional trader is probably taking right now. But again, you need to understand we are still above this previous minor resistance. If this daily candle, another candle, will close above this minor resistance, it will turn it into a support. All right, so we will turn this into a green color and it will work as a demand zone, and then we will have some kind of zigzag approach right here, because right above us is a very important resistance, and if Bitcoin shifts this into a demand zone, we will stay here for a while. That could be great for altcoins though, but we would need to wait for the price action to develop and see how volatile the Bitcoin is. Usually low volatility range trading in Bitcoin is very great for altcoins. but in this market conditions you need to be very careful, right? So if this daily candle closes above this minor resistance, it will shift it into a support, right? And then we will enter some kind of consolidation zone. But let's see, if however this daily candle closes below this moving average, it will be another sign that we are starting the C wave, and this is really the finish of a B wave, right? This one. So let's shift to a lower time frame, 15 minutes time frame. This is our lower time frame chart, and what we can see is some kind of weakness because the Bitcoin have made higher high. However, the indicator RSI in this case, and also the MACD indicator, if I just zoom in that for you, had even made a lower low, right? So here we have a classic bearish divergence. Here we have an exaggerated bearish divergence. If you are reading our blog on My Crypto Paradise, you are very well educated about these exaggerated divergences, and this is a textbook example. When the indicator is making equal high, however the price is making higher high, the momentum is decreasing and the probabilities of a trend reversal is increasing. Right now we are also trading below our moving average 50, and you know what it means, right? From a lower time frame perspective, any bullish bias trading strategy is extremely risky right now and comes with a lower probability. Again, you can get lucky, it can start pumping right now, but the process is wrong. If you keep doing this, in the long run you will pay the market. You will pay a lot of money to the market for this mistake. So this is technical analysis. You can see on all of the time frames we basically get in bearish confirmations right now. It can change, however right now technicals are kinda bearish for us. Let's take a look at some more hidden data. We have just got this 5% movement of Bitcoin. Let's take a look what this price action have done with the sentiment of retail. Let's see who has been pushing this Bitcoin to the upside. Was it smart money or some dump money? Was it leverage buying or spot buying? Let's see. Let's take a look. First of all, this 5% movement created a great bullish sentiment on social media. As you can see in our sentiment graph, again possible for you for free to check it out on our website microparadise.com. We have put it there for you, so check it out on daily basis. It's really helpful. It's really helpful because you can see this 5% movement on social media created a great buzz, right? Everybody right now talking about this being the bottom, this being the start of a reversal, and that usually means that this movement to the upside was created by these same people, and they are just encouraging themselves to keep buying and not selling, right? This might be the cause of this loss of momentum because no real buying volume from like some big players are coming into the market. It's done by leverage, and we can confirm that right here on our insider chart. This is from Binance Futures. Here you can see the open interest. That's basically how much new contracts, aka how much new long or short positions on leverage on futures markets are being opened, right? So we will be discussing this movement, but for that let's take a look what happened in the past. All right, so you know that we are trading like bearishly, right? Like every high is lower than the previous one. So we are creating lower high after lower high after lower high after lower high, right? So what happened in this previous lower high that been also discussed by retail on social media, that this is the time, this is the finally the reversal time, and we are going to the moon. So what happened with the open interest? We can see there was no real buying volume, right? We will be able to see it much better on this chart afterwards. I will show you, but basically there was no real buying volume. So what happened with this Bitcoin price action going from 54,000 to 70,000? Well, what happened is that we have been, since the start of the move, seen loads of leverage positions opening, right? So we have this long positions opening, basically borrowed money from exchanges, pushed this price to the upside. Then we had a small dump, all right? Look at this small dump and let's take a look what happened with the open interest. It absolutely liquidated loads of people, but then it doesn't stop them, right? It encouraged them to get back to the market. We again increased the open interest. We pushed the price of Bitcoin higher on the dump money basically, and boom, then the liquidation event started. You can see how much open interest went down, how much people was liquidated. And you would think like they learned from the mistakes, right? But no. After the market makers pushed the price of Bitcoin a little bit, the same thing started. Take a look at this. We have again been opening on huge open interest, some long positions, then the market liquidated these people again, right? And then let's analyze this latest up move of Bitcoin. Again, what can you see? A huge number of newly opened contracts on futures, right? We are right now at the same level from where the previous liquidation event started, right here. As you can see, this is from where the market players started the selling pressure and started to decrease the leverage from exchanges. So the odds are that the same thing is going to happen again, right? So this is our confirmation that this move is being made by dump money, by not smart money. It's being made by leverage money, which is basically borrowed money from exchanges. Basically, people are taking loans, right? And that's just not sustainable for the price to continue higher from here. There's no real buying going on. We can also take a look that instead smart money are actually filling their sell positions on this previous bullish price action. We are right now looking on Binance Spot Exchange, all right? That's where most of the smart money are trading. And if we take a look at our order book suite, which is basically measuring the difference between the bids and asks, we can see what is happening on this move to the upside. Sell limit orders of the smart players are being filled, right? What happened right here? The same thing. At the top, you can see how extreme this order book suite histogram went, right? And then, boom, the price started to decrease. Right now, we didn't even make such a high, we made a lower high. However, the order book suite of sell limit orders increased, right? So we made a lower high, but the order book suite made a higher high. That means, and it tells me that the smart players are predicting even a sharper drop. So that is again just increasing our odds and keep us in our bearish bias. What we can see from the CVD plus, this is basically market buy orders versus sell market orders. That's basically market buying and market selling, right? So very emotional stuff. So basically when the sentiment is bullish, you didn't buy the bottom right here, but everybody at the top starts to tell you on social media, this is the reverse, so we are making so much money. You start market buying, right? And this is what happens. On this liquidity, the smart people start selling their coins. Basically, the price starts to drop, right? And right now we are starting to see the same thing. And that's again another confirmation. Let's wrap it up by just checking the funding rates. We can see the funding rates on OKX exchange are getting kinda positive. That means that more people are in a long positions, token margin and USDT as well. Otherwise, it's kinda neutral, right? There is still not as high open interest as we had, for example, 6 months ago. People are still kinda defensive. They are not trading that much as they used to. But you can see that at the resistance at the top, the market is starting to get kinda bullish. That is gonna just provide the liquidity for the whales, and that's what they need to start pushing the price down, right? We can confirm that in our liquidation heat map. We can see some great liquidation levels being here. Like lots of people have been opening longs here, right? After the move almost ended, they have been placing their stop losses just below these lows right here, and that's making this liquidation pool, which once is hit, the long position of this retail or dump players basically will close, and it will automatically open a short position, and that will easily push the price down until we have this next liquidation pool just below us, and you can just see that it's just much more juicier below us than above us, right? There's just like loads of clusters right here. It's not really worth it for the market makers to be pushing the price higher from these levels. Also, one more thing, like one more bonus thing, if we take a look at our Coinbase chart, we can still see that like the sell wall of these big players like above us, it's just absolutely crazy. Look at the sell walls right here. Like, people really think that we will be able to push through this? Absolutely not, right? We need to get lower. Like this is just what we are seeing right now. We need to get lower. We need to make these sell walls out of the system, out of the exchanges. We need to start making them panic sell into the selling pressure, and then that will mark the bottom. So with Paradise Family VIPs, we are trading it as smart as we can in order to make ourselves profitable in the long run. We are still waiting until we get into the bullish mode. I've shared with you right now what we are watching. You have got our idea, and I will keep you updated in the next video. So if you have enjoyed, please smash the like button, hit the subscription, share it with your fellas. But please, mainly, if you are watching this, stop trading emotionally, start playing it smart. Trading is a beautiful game, but you need to play it the right way. Stop trying to get rich quick, instead get rich slow. Alright? So be careful guys, play it smartly, and I will see you next time. Cheers.